In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes I see people do when they retouch a photo in Lightroom. You know, they spend a lot of money going on trips, they get amazing raw files, and they destroy it in Lightroom. And this is the 3 big destroyer. Please don't do this. In case you don't know me, my name is Serge Ramelli. I am from the amazing, the incredible Paris, where I lived there for 44 years. I've done 2 books on Paris. I love making books. I work with 120 galleries around the world. I've published 7 coffee table books. I'm about to do my book number 8, which is going to be London. And I love teaching photography to people like you who are passionate and want to really get the photography published or to the next level. So let's do it. So on this one, let's start with the natural drama formula, which is a 5-step process. Process number 1 is the exposure. So on this one, I'm just going to open a shadow, bring the highlights, crush the blacks, and do the whites. Now, one thing that's very peculiar about this photo is this photo will probably never be able to be taken ever again because it was taken at night. And at night you have the boats passing by. But this was during the COVID where there was a curfew and nobody could go out. And I got an approval to go out and take photos. And so we had the river completely flat, reflecting everything, which is something you don't see. Anyway, so now I got a basic exposure, and the mistake number 1 that I see people do is on a white balance. A lot of people will go like crazy magenta, for example, or very yellow. Do something that's very unreal on the white balance. And it just ruins the photo. And they want to go for a good color cast. So a good rule of thumb for this is to use the preset which is there. Like go to daylight, see how you like the photo. It's a little blue. Go to cloudy. Cloudy is going to be a little bit brighter, warmer. And like, oh, I like how it looks, because what I love to do with sunset is go from blue to warm. Let's try the next one, which is shade. Shade is much warmer. I think on this one, shade is good. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of magenta, but not too much crazy banana, just a little bit. And shade with a bit of magenta, just a tad, like maybe plus 32, I think works great. Now, the photo overall, the sky is a little too bright. So we're going to have to correct that. It's a little too bright. And but that's the first mistake, the white balance. The second mistake I see a lot of people do is clarity. They go all the way on the clarity like this, and it gives like a sort of a desaturated look, but it's not good. In fact, on clarity, I usually go minus on clarity because I like to get away from the digital look, and minus clarity makes it more natural. But that's not all. I'm going to show you the worst mistake that I see a lot of people do on the final step. By the way, if you really want to master Lightroom in 2 hours, I got a new training for you. It's right under this video. Mwah. It will teach you everything you need to know about Lightroom in less than 2 hours. And I promise you'll be an expert, and it's super easy to follow. Plus, I have a course on camera settings and a course on composition, which is the best I've ever done. The link is under this video. So on this one, I want to correct that the fact is that the sky is a bit too bright. So, but first, I'm going to do step number 3 of my natural drama formula, which is refining colors. And one way I do that is by using LUTs. This was shot with a Fuji GFX 100S, a 100 million pixel camera. And Fuji actually provides a whole bunch of really nice LUTs. So what is a LUT? A lookup table. It's basically a file that will alter the color. And the one I always go to is Provia and Velvia, because Provia and Velvia mimic different film. Velvia is a very popular, very vivid film. I think I'm going to go with Velvia. Boom. And then on this one, then you can like, oh, maybe it's a little too magenta. So let's back down to magenta a little bit. But I kind of like the colors now. Okay. But let's do some more magic to it before I show you the last mistake. I'm going to go here and I'm going to add a little bit of a gradient here on top. Okay, because I want to darken the top of the photo, and that's a mistake a lot of people do. So they darken it, but check this out. Now that church is very dark. Look at this. Before, after. Before, after. It's actually not a church. I think it's a police station, but whatever. And but check this out. If you go here and you do 3 dots, intersect mask with select sky, wait for it. It's kind of weird. Look at that. Now it's brighter. Now my gradient only influences sky. Now I went a bit far just to show you what I meant. But I kind of like that, okay? And I want to focus the eyes more inside of the photo, so I'm going to add a slight gradient for the bottom here, like that. Voila. So that we're really focused inside of the photo. But that's not all. I think I want to re-brighten a little bit the trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and take a brush. Now, a little trick on a brush. If your feather is at 0 and your flow intensity is at 100 and you add a bit of exposure and you brush, you're going to get something like this, which is very unrealistic. But if you put the feathering all the way and you brush, it's a bit better, but it's still very unrealistic. But if you put the feather all the way and the flow and intensity in the 70s and you brush, now you get something that's hardly visible, and that's what you want. So I'm going to delete that and recreate it. So I'm going to go to brush, and I'm going to go feather 100, flow and density in 100. And here on the exposure, I'm going to go not more than 0.50. If you go more than that, it's going to be too hard. And I'm going to zoom in on the photo, and I want to add some detail on some of the trees here. Just a little bit. I want to add some details. Now, look what 100 million pixel gives you. Look how much details I have. This is something I'm actually going to sell. I just found that photo a few days ago, and I'm going to sell it in galleries because it has so much detail. It's insane, like what a 100 million pixel camera will do for you. Okay, and look, it's very subtle. It's just a little bit of light here in the tree. And voila. By the way, if you really want to take your photography to the next level and you want to work one-on-one with me, I actually coach photographer to get the work published, to get the work in galleries, to really get where they want to be as a photographer. So if you're like me, you know, you're passionate about photography, you've been doing it all year, I freed up a couple of spots next week so we can talk. Click the link down below and let's get on a call and see if I can help you get to where you want to be as a photographer. But anyway, so here comes the last mistake, and this is one that I see a lot. And this is the last mistake, which is adding a lot of texture and a lot of sharpening. You add a lot of sharpening, and you get a photo that's like so over sharpened. No, sir. Don't. And you get like noise in the sky and stuff like that. So here's the right way to do it. I do it as a two-step process on the sharpening. What I do is I put texture down all the way at 0. I don't need the texture. This was shot at 100 ISO. So when I shoot a photo at 100 ISO, I go to details. I put the luminance at about 10 and the sharpening at about 90. So that sharpening plus luminance, I denoise of 10 and add 90 of sharpening. It just gives me a basic sharpening. But here's the major trick. Look, I don't know if you can see on the video, there's a bit of grain in the sky. And that comes from the sharpening because we're trying to sharpen the sky. We're trying to sharpen the water. And that's not good. You only want to sharpen when there is details. So for this is you hold on the Option key and you do the masking. And what's going to happen here, I usually go like around 70. I only want what's white to be sharpened, which is the edges, okay? And that's going to give you a very natural sharpening. Now, you can play with contrast. I love having the sky very diffuse, the water very diffuse, but you want to get sharpened building, no problemo. You take a brush, make sure that the feather is at 100. The flow and density you can put a little stronger. And on this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of clarity, and a little bit of sharpening, okay? And now I'm only going to brush this on the building here, not on the water, not on the sky. And so I'm going to get some very sharp buildings, but I'm going to get some very diffuse water. And that is what I'm going to sell in the galleries. So the buildings are extremely sharp, but the water is very smooth. And the sky has got no noise into it. And that's what you want. You want very smooth sky with kind of hard buildings. All right, make sure you check out my new training that just came out. The link is on this video, and I'll see you in another video. Hope this was helpful.